Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Do you know what time it is? It's crafting time, so are you ready? Because I'm ready, so let's get to crafting.
Okay, DIY number 1. So I have 2 of these wood hanging signs from Dollar Tree, and then I have I think these are giant or jumbo craft sticks from Walmart. They're not the biggest ones, the next level from the biggest. And I'm going to glue those 2 signs together using these craft sticks, and I'm going to just use the wood glue and a little bit of hot glue on each side. That prevents the craft sticks from curling up when you paint over them. So I'm just going to add them just like you see. And then I'm going to paint the whole thing with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Elephant. And after I do front and back, and after it was dry, I took one of these bamboo rings from Dollar Tree, you know, the 2-pack ones. This is the larger one, and I'm just laying it, trying to figure out where I want it, how tall I want it to be. And I'm going to mark it, and I'm going to use my miter shears. Well, I tried my miter shears. It was kind of tough. So I thought, I wonder if these handy dandy cutters that Kathy Joe got me, I think from Home Depot, if they'd work. And oh my word, they cut like butter. So I did the other side too, and then I made sure that they were both even. They were both the same size, and the bottoms were straight and not crooked. And then I painted those along with this home sign that I got from Martha. Thank you, Martha. I'm going to paint all of that with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White. Once it was all dry, I'm taking my Titebond wood glue here, and I think this is the ultimate wood glue. And I'm going to put it all along the back of that, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue. Again, the wood glue is permanent. The hot glue is for immediate hold. And I'm going to make sure that it's centered by making sure the O and the M are going right over that line where the 2 meet, and it was right at the top. Then I'm going to use hot glue to glue those 2 round pieces onto my board. This I probably should have brought down just a little bit to make it a little smaller, because it you have to be careful it doesn't cover the E. Then I took some more of those craft sticks, and these are, I think there's 6 of them there, 8 of them, 8. And I'm lining my sign up. And I have got the rounded end coming out from the back a little bit, but I'm making sure I'm carefully tracing along those craft sticks, and then I'm going to trace out the back too, because I wanted it to be flush with the back. Then I'm going to cut off the back pieces, and then I'm going to take my scissors here, and I'm just going to cut along that line. Now this, I kind of had to cut at a diagonal, and then I had to take my scissors and just kind of go back over where the line was drawn. And it looks like a really small piece. In fact, I'm like, did I do this right? But yes, it works out. So I'm going to do that all the way across, just like you see. And make sure that if you recreate this, you turn that craft stick over, because the first time I did this, I made a mess. So anyways, then I'm going to take some of those pieces that I didn't use, and I'm going to use them to glue all of those pieces together, and using my hot glue, just kind of like I did with the board or with the sign. Then I'm going to take my Titebond Quick and Thick multi-surface glue here. I'm going to go all along the bottom edge of that round, and then I'm going to glue those together, and I'm just going to use some clips from Dollar Tree to just kind of hold them in place for 5-10 minutes, just to make sure it is completely set and together. Then I took all those other craft sticks, the other ends of them, I cut them all down to the same size, and I'm going to paint them with my Snow White color by Waverly. Then I'm going to take my Titebond glue, and I'm going to put a little dab, and I'm going to take some hot glue, and I am going to glue one of those pieces on. So it kind of looks like a fence. And then I'm going to set the next piece next to it, mark it with my pencil, and then that way I know where to put the glue. And I'm going to, again, use my Titebond glue and hot glue, and I'm going to glue the next one. And I just continue and do that all the way over. Now, I did have to cut, I think, 3 or 4 more pieces from what I had to finish it at the end. And at the end, it had just a little bit of a gap, maybe a 1/4 inch of a gap. But that's okay. You're really not going to notice it. So then I added some floral foam in there, and I'm going to take some boxwood greenery, and I'm just going to put some in there. I'm trying to make them short because I don't want them to cover that E. That's why I was saying I should have cut this just a little bit smaller. And then once I had that done, I'm just going to use my big mouth crocodile to create some hanger holes, one on each side. And then I'm going to take some twine. I put some tape on the end of it, and I'm going to thread it through my holes so that the ends are on the outside part of my sign. And I'm going to tie a knot. It just kind of gives it a little extra decoration, I think, when you do it that way. And then I did that on both sides. Then I'm going to just take some of this beautiful braided jute. I call it ribbon. I get it from Amazon. I'm going to glue it over the front. My husband thought it needed a little something more. I didn't want to make this all frilly. I just wanted to add a little something to it, and then I added a little bow, and there it is. I love how this came out. I hope you do too. Let me know in the comment box below.
Well, here we are. It is July 5th. I can't keep track of the time. It goes by so fast. And we are past the 4th of July. We are getting so close to fall crafts. It's just crazy to me. I cannot believe we are already in July and this close to it. But I have a very busy July. You know, it's funny because just a couple of years ago, it was like, oh, we didn't have a very busy life. And then all of a sudden in the summertime, family starts coming, which I'm glad. I love it. I'm happy for. Or we go to families or whatever. And it's kind of crazy. You know, we had my two of our grandsons here for a week. They were supposed to be here for 2 weeks, but their mom got sick and we couldn't meet halfway because they live in Colorado. And so they wanted to come back. So they're going to be coming back at the end of this month. I have some nephews that are coming to visit. They're going to be staying with my other nephew and my sister. No, stop. And they're going to be here the week before for a week. And my son is coming this coming weekend. And I'm like, oh, my word. And I have my surgery at the beginning of August. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I have so much to do. Stop. I don't know what the deal is with him. Anyways, people thought it was my lipstick. I don't wear lipstick. I think it is the makeup. Someone did say the makeup, and I looked it up, and there's something in makeup that dogs like, and that's why he keeps sniffing it, because I don't wear makeup most of the time, and he does that. But anyways, back to my busy schedule. So like my last video, I asked, if anyone would be interested in cleaning with me videos, and I had a huge response of yeses. So I will be doing that a little later this month. So I've got a few videos prepared, and not prepared, but ideas prepared. I know what I'm going to be doing. So I'm praying, pray for me that I can get these things done so that once I do have my surgery, I'm not having to worry about it. Now, after my surgery, they say 1 to 2 weeks before I can really start doing more things. For those of you who don't know, it's a hysterectomy. I'm just getting a hysterectomy. So it might be 2 weeks before I can get new content out, because honestly, I don't know if I can get ahead enough to have that new content available. So I might have to do a few compilation videos. I'm going to try my hardest to have some new content for that. But I don't know if I can get there. So, and I hate it. I hate knowing that it's fall. We're starting fall crafts and I can't have new content. So, we'll see. We'll see if I can get there. Pray that I can get there. But yeah, it's going to be a busy July. And, oh my goodness, I'm already going nuts. So, but before we get on, enough with my busy life and all that stuff. I just want to say welcome if you're new here. My name is Brenda, and this is my Oliver, and we are so happy you joined us. If you like home decor on a budget, I'd love it if you'd hit that red subscribe button and become part of our YouTube family. And for those of you who are returning every week, I just appreciate you all so very much. Words can't even express it. So Thank you from the bottom of my heart. So with all of that, let's continue on with the video.
Okay, DIY number 2. So I'm going to take one of the wood chunky pieces from Dollar Tree, and these are some tomato steaks that I had cut down previously, and I'm just marking where I needed that to be cut down and cut it down. And then I took some of these little craft sticks that I get from Amazon, and I'm going to cut the ends at an angle. As you can see, I had one already cut, measured it against the other one. And then I'm going to paint all of those pieces with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White. I am so sorry I did not get measurements on those. But if you want to recreate this, you can just make it whatever length that you want. You could even use the plunger handles if you have a way to cut that as well. You can use those little miter boxes. Those are pretty cheap. You can get them at any home improvement and maybe even Walmart. They're pretty cheap. That's a good way to cut these things too. So as you can see, I'm going to take the longer stick here. I'm going to glue it down to my base. I'm going to take the smaller one using my Titebond glue and hot glue, and I'm going to glue it just about an inch from the top of that other stick there. And then I'm going to take these small pieces. I'm just going to use hot glue. I didn't want to make a huge mess. And I'm just going to glue that. It's more of a decorative piece than anything. And I'm going to do this one on the back side of it. So it doesn't matter which angle you have this, you can see it. Then I'm going to take my Waverly chalk paint in the color Elephant and do some distressing. Now, I love distressing. I love that weathered look. If you don't like it and you want to recreate this, make it your own. You can skip this part and just do whatever colors make you happy and whatever you like. And after that, I'm going to... I didn't realize I showed you so much of this. I'm going to take some of these planters from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use one of them. And I have recently got some, it's called Bonding Boss from Dixie Belle. And you want to mix it all up real well before you use it. And then you just brush it on. And I don't remember how many hours you're supposed to wait. You're supposed to wait, I think, 4 hours. And you're supposed to apply 2 to 3 coats. I didn't wait 4 hours. I waited maybe 2, and I did my second coat. And then I let it set overnight, and I just used a brush. And then the next day, I went ahead and took my Agave color by Waverly. I love that color. I painted that. And then I'm going to use my just small Crocodile to go ahead and make 4 holes around. And then I'm going to take some twine. Now the twine, I ended up cutting, I think 14 inches long, 2 pieces. I wanted them to be the same, and I'm just going to thread them through and tie knots on the inside because I want this to hang from my little platform that I made. And then before I finish, I decided to go ahead and just wrap some twine around the front of it, well, around the whole thing. So I'm just going to continue to glue and wrap the twine until I get all the way up to the top, making sure those handles were standing up. Then I just added some floral foam, and I love these. I think these are, I can't remember if these are the ranunculus or the peonies. I think they're ranunculus. I just think they're beautiful, and I'm just going to cut them down and going to add them to my little flower pot here. And once it was full and to my liking, I added a little bow to the front of it as well, a little twine bow, and there it is. I think this is such a fun little piece to have in a living room or family room or bathroom or wherever. I hope you like it too. Let me know in the comment box below. Okay, it's a time for a celebration of your recreations, and we have Liz. Look at this lovely piece she made. She got this idea from Kathy Jo, and I just love how it came out. So pretty, Liz. And then Kathy made this cute little Christmas piece. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for Christmas crafting. And then Tam, look at all of her beautiful 4th of July patriotic DIYs. I love it, and I hope she sold them all at her little booth. But thank you, ladies. And if you have something that you've created that you would like me to showcase, you can email pictures to rusticandlacediy@gmail.com, or you can send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. On to DIY number 3. So for this DIY, I have these little tag signs I got from Woodpecker Crafts. I love them. And I've been wanting something to have a pin with my paper on my refrigerator together so that I can make my grocery list. And so I decided to go ahead and do that with this tag sign because I absolutely love it. So I just laid my pad of paper down. Now this one has a magnet in the back, and I've been using it on my refrigerator, but a lot of times I'll find some that don't have magnets. So that's another reason why I wanted to make one of these. So then I had my husband take this tool that he got me for Christmas a couple of years ago, and you know who uses it? Him, not me. Anyways, it is called, I think it's called like an all-purpose tool or something. He was so excited to give me this. It was so funny. But he's just cutting a hole along that drawing that I made. He clamped it down. Or he clamped something down to kind of go along so it doesn't, because it does move when you use it. So he wanted to keep it in place. And then he's just going to cut that hole. Now, if you don't have a way to cut a hole through a piece that you want to create, if you want to recreate this, you could always just use magnets or even Velcro and instead. So I'm going to take some tumbling tower blocks here. I'm going to make 2 sets with 2 of them glued end to end. And then I'm going to take 2 more sets and glue them side to side. I'm sorry, this is kind of out of focus. I don't know why. But then after that, I took the 2 that were glued side by side, and I'm going to glue them on top of each other, just like that. And then I'm going to take the other 2, I'm going to put them on their sides. I'm going to add my Titebond glue and hot glue to them. And then I'm going to take the one that I glued on top of each other. I'm going to glue those ends to it. So yeah, just like you see it, and it will make sense once you see it's all put together. This is going to be my pin holder. Then I had a small, like half piece that was in my stash, and I just glued that onto the bottom. Then I'm going to take my Titebond glue and hot glue again, and I'm going to glue it to the side of my board. And by the way, this tag sign came from Woodpecker Crafts. Like I said, I am an affiliate, so if I do have a link in my description box. So if you want to order anything through that, I would appreciate it. I get just a little something from them. So as you can see, I painted it white, and then I was going to use the rub-on transfers, the black and white ones that I got from Brandy at this DIY struggle, and I cannot find them for the life of me. I used them not too long ago and I can't find them. I was looking all over. That's why I need to clean my craft room. So I found these instead. These were from Dollar Tree. I've had them for a while, so I'm just going to use them on top of my board. Then I wanted to decorate the pin holder, so I used these. Were also from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree. Oh my goodness. I'm turning into a Southerner. I keep saying that, and my husband keeps correcting me. Oh my goodness. And then this one came from a different rub-on transfer pack from Dollar Tree. So then I just went ahead and did a little distressing on this too, because again, this is going to be in my home and I love that look. So I'm using my elephant color by Waverly to do that. Once I had that all done and it was all dry, I'm going to take my pad. Now, it had a magnet. I took it off because it wouldn't fit through that slit. And so I'm going to put that right on through. And once I get it all the way through, it's going to kind of stick out a little bit. And that's okay because this is just a really light cardboard. I just creased it and folded it down just like that. And then I just use a piece of double-sided tape to kind of tack that down in the back. And then I'm going to add that magnet right to the back because I thought that might help hold it. And then I added 1 on each top corner and 2 on the bottom, or 1 on each corner on the bottom, but that wasn't enough to hold it in place. So I did end up having to add, I think, 3 more to the top, and then it stayed. But again, this is where if you don't have a slit, you could just definitely use Velcro or a magnet, glue it to the pad and glue it to the back of your board, and there you go. And I am excited to have this on my refrigerator so that I'm not always dropping my pin and looking for a new one. Okay, DIY number 4. So I'm going to take one of the breadboards from Dollar Tree. I'm going to paint it with elephant. Now, if you wanted to do what I just did, you could use that breadboard from Dollar Tree to do it. It'd be really good. Anyways, I'm going to do something different here. As you can see, I did a rough painting with that elephant color. I wanted some of the board to show through. And I wanted to try painting this with my fan brushes. So I did the Agave by Waverly, and then I'm going to add some white by Waverly. And it was, it was too bold, which I knew I've done this kind of thing before. So instead, I take some more of that elephant color and I go over it to soften it. And then I just kept doing that with all the different colors until I got it to the way I liked it. And so then I thought, okay, I wonder if it would be different if I used my chip brushes. So I turned it around, and on the back side, I used my chip brushes. And I did the exact same thing with the same colors. And honestly, I think I liked my chip brushes better than the fan brushes. So that's the side I'm going with. So I'm going to, and I thought I was showing you both sides, but I must have thought I was going to do it and never did it. But sorry about that. I took some burlap ribbon from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to glue it in place. And then this ribbon came from Amazon, I think, a long time ago. And I have a huge amount of it. And I'm just going to glue it on. And then I'm going to take some peat pots from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut one in half. I'm just trying to get it to go through the top part there. And then I'm just going to continue to cut it completely in half. And I'm trying to be really careful because usually I try to cut it in half and one's larger than the other. And I'm trying to be very careful to make sure it was even. And I think I did a good job this time. I'm going to take my Agave paint and do a dry brushing all over both of those. And then after I had that on there, I went ahead and took my chip brush and did a little bit of white paint all over it too. And then once it was the way I was liking, I went ahead and gone on to this blessed sign that I think I got from Hobby Lobby. I think it was like in the 4th of July pack, maybe Easter pack. I don't know. I'm going to glue it to the front. I'm going to use my hot glue to glue these little pots to the front as well. And then I'm going to take some of this brown ribbon and I'm just going to go around it just to kind of help bring everything together. And after I was done with this, I'm going to, I think I'm going to fill it next with no, I'm going to make a bow. So I'm going to take some more of that burlap. I'm going to glue 2 ends together. I did not measure. I just eyed the size that I wanted. I'm going to scrunch it together. And because I loved the way it was scrunched, I went ahead and tied it to hold it in place. And then I'm going to do the same thing with that burlap ribbon. I'm going to just glue the ends together, scrunch it all up in the middle, and then I'm going to tie the 2 together. And once I had it all tied and the twine cut, I'm going to glue it to the top of my board. And then I'm going to add some more of my favorite boxwood greenery that I get from Walmart and some little ranunculus from Dollar Tree. And that's all I did for this. I thought the bow was a little too big. My husband said, no, I love it. But I don't know. I kind of think it needed a smaller bow. But I think it looks like Nellie Olson. Anyways, I hope you like this one. Let me know in the comment box below. And here is the final reveal. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My next video is, of course, going to be a Christmas in July. So I'm excited about that. So stay tuned for that. I will be back again on Thursday with my next video. And I hope you guys don't forget to give me that thumbs up, comment, hype, and subscribe if you haven't already. I have a taste test after this, so stay tuned for that. And with all that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Guess what? It's that time again for try treats. Oh my goodness. You guys know, if you've been here for a while, I just love these little subscription boxes. They are so much fun. And if you don't know what Try Treats is, it is a company that you subscribe to and they will send you a box of treats from different countries every month. And oh my goodness, this is so much fun. So I always like to do these taste tests for you. Sometimes they're really fun, sometimes they're really good, and sometimes they're really scary. But this one I think might be fun. But let's see where it's from. And let me open this up. And it is from Serbia, Croatia. And it comes with like a little postcard that talks about the country in the back here. And then it gives you a recipe, like one of their recipes, and then some facts and things about their country to know. And then it gives you this, and I just love this. It tells you what the treats are. And then on this side, it gives you a place where you can rank them. And so that's so much fun. And yeah, so with all of that, let's see what they sent us. Let's try this one first. Original fresh baked peanuts. This almost sounds like something I've had before here, but I'm not sure. No palm oil, and it's a source of fiber, it says. So let's see, what are these? This is what they look like. And they're like puffy, like cheese puffs kind of a thing. They taste like peanut butter. I love peanut butter. So those are good. Okay. Tortilla. So it looks like some kind of a wafer cookie. Okay, let's try this out. Let's see. It looks delicious. That's what it looks like. It's very good. Very good. I like those. Okay, this is Block Euro Cream Bar with hazelnut. So it's a hazelnut candy bar, it looks like. Let's see if I can get this one open. Okay. Oh, you can see the cream in the middle, or kind of cream. So that's what it looks like. That's really good. The hazelnut is not super strong. You know, sometimes hazelnut can be too strong. That's not super strong, so that's really good. Okay. Bananco. I don't know. Let's see. I've had different banana things before, and they're not that great. Okay, this is what it looks like. It looks like it's in the shape of a banana. It's like a marshmallow flavored banana. It's okay. And I've said this before. I'm not big into the banana flavoring. I love bananas, but not so much the flavoring. Kiston. This looks like it might be hazelnut as well, because it looks like hazelnuts there. So let's see. This is what it looks like. Just a chocolate bar. That one's just okay. It's not as good as the other one. Let's see, what else have I not opened? This is Animal Kingdom Milk Chocolate. Cute little panda bear there. Okay. Let's see. All this chocolate. And I haven't had breakfast yet. I gotta go get some protein in me so it doesn't affect me so much. I should have eaten breakfast before I did this. Okay. So this is what it looks like. Okay. Spoiler. It's really thin. Whoops. It's not bad. Oh, look at this. They put a thing in there with an animal. This one has a snake. Uh-oh, nope. You can't have that. Nope, nope. Dropping chocolate on the floor, and Oliver's right there. Okay. So we looks like they gave me two of these. They're different brands, but they're same thing. They're the pretzel sticks. Which is nothing new. But I like salty. And then these, are these thinner? Let's see. These are saltless. And yeah, they're just a tad thinner. So, okay. Now they have a whole bunch of these little candies that look like Starburst. So, there's those. They have orange and green and red and yellow. So, let's try. Oh, that says cherries. It's got cherries, so I like cherry flavored candy. So, let's try that. They're chewy like Starburst. Definitely a different flavor. But it's not bad. My granddaughter will probably like those. Okay. Looks like that's it. So, again, let me get this box for you. Try treats. If you're interested in trying these yourself or giving it as a gift idea, if this might be a great gift idea. Sorry, I got candy in my mouth. For anybody, I will have links to their website in my description box below. There's also going to be a code for 15% off for your first subscription box. So, and that code is Rustic and Lace DIY. All in caps, but I will also have that in the description box so you don't have to worry about forgetting. So if you're interested, make sure you check them out. And again, it's always so much fun. So I think we're going to end our video. So with all of that, we'll see you in the next one.